Hello there, everybody, and today I'm here to review Oppenheimer. This is the first part in the Barbenheimer. People watched Oppenheimer or Barbie, and when this came out. I hope I don't get strawman for this, but I did not watch Oppenheimer or Barbie in theaters. I was gonna see Barbie, but I ended up seeing Ninja Turtles: Mutant Mayhem instead. But anyway, Oppenheimer stars Clifford Murray as Robert Oppenheimer, the man who created the atomic bomb. It's directed by Christopher Nolan, the same guy who directed the Dark Knight trilogy and Tenet, and much more. This movie, a lot of people really like. And I gotta say, this movie isn't my favorite movie of 2023. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just have different takes when it comes to movies. But, this movie, I can definitely respect. I think this movie looks beautiful. There are so many scenes that actually look really nice. And it's a nice, faithful, historic take on, Robert Oppenheimer as he built the atomic bomb for World War II. We see him in, classrooms. It's basically his life story, basically. And it has, a huge respect for what that story was back then for World War II. And it stars a lot of actors, a lot of familiar actors I was surprised to be in this movie. We got Robert Downey Jr., Florence Pugh, Jack Quaid makes an appearance in this movie, Scott Grimes. We see a whole bunch of actors, Florence Pugh. Yeah, we also see Roderick from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. I am so surprised he's in this movie. And Christopher Nolan is aware of Roderick, Roderick Rules or something. But, this movie is, I find it entertaining, but, it's hard to watch for me since, this movie is 3 hours, but it's more of a dialogue-heavy movie. I think if you're more into those kind of movies, I think this movie would really work for you. But, it's mainly about how he's trying to build this atomic bomb and the benefits, the impact it could have for the war. And we see, a lot of court scenes. There's this creative choice they make for this movie where the scenes take place with Oppenheimer where we see it in color. But once we get to Robert Downey Jr.'s character, I think he's the villain of the movie. And all his scenes are in black and white. And Robert Downey Jr. won an Oscar in this movie. So it shows that he can perform and be known for other roles than just Iron Man. But yeah, I love Iron Man. He's really good in this movie too. You feel the tension between Robert Downey Jr. But I feel when things do take a turn is when Robert Oppenheimer is accused of some crimes that he didn't commit, and it leads to people losing faith in him and losing their trust, and it has an effect on himself and his family. And I gotta say, Clifford Murray definitely is the best actor in this movie. You feel his performance. He's moved a long way since we saw him in the Dark Knight trilogy. He can play his own character, and he definitely looks like Robert Oppenheimer, as I did look him up, and he definitely looks like him for sure. And yeah, this movie's rated R too. There's actually a lot of sex scenes, and yeah, I was honestly a little shook when we saw it. Even Florence Pugh, who was uncomfortable to do it in this movie, but anyway, this movie is definitely something. I'm pretty sure a bunch of these actors probably came on this movie just to be on a Christopher Nolan movie. Even though they have a busy schedule, they can be in this movie just for the heck of it, even if it's just a quick scene. I was looking up how many actors are in this movie. I was like, whoa. But they do use the atomic bomb. Once we learn about the physics, the math behind it, it shows how interesting the teacher is as Robert Oppenheimer's trying to use his skills for others. And even if people mistrust him, they are able to use the atomic bomb. And it actually goes well for their first test. But it isn't full on, I'm pretty sure. But once it finally does, that's where it's at the end of the movie. And we get that iconic shot of Robert Oppenheimer. But yeah. So I think Oppenheimer is a good movie. It's definitely deserves an Oscar, as we got a bunch of cool storytelling, a lot of great acting in this movie. Yeah, like I said, it's dialogue heavy, but maybe this movie wasn't for me, since this is more definitely for bigger audiences for sure. I don't know where I'm going at with this argument, but like, yeah, I saw this movie on Peacock, so it was quite fun for a 3 hour movie. But I think this movie will definitely be remembered for being Oscar worthy and for being memorable for a lot of people for this for sure. So I give Oppenheimer like an 8 out of 10. But if you're not into dialogue movies, you're probably not gonna like this movie. But I don't know what the next movie review is gonna be. But I think I'd like. I think it's something I don't know. I'd have to look. But anyway, thanks for watching and see you guys next time.